Welcome back to Saca Las Bolitas podcast. My name is Danny, and my pronouns are Brujo, Sancho, and Pin. Hey. And I'm here with my two co-hosts,
Erica Tinez.
Filiano. And what are your guys' pronouns?
I'm just a girl.
My pronouns is rapper and I don't know.
Rapper and rapero and afiliado. No.
And dancer at night. No.
Yeah. So this is episode 36.
36.
Yeah, 36, man. Thank you guys for everybody who checked out episode 34 and 35. Those two were hella funny, man. Those
super funny.
Those some good episodes. Definitely need a shout for that.
You know what? I did not see a lot of comments that said made it this far.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm gonna need y'all to run that back.
Yeah, it was just us saying we made it that far.
For real.
What the hell? That's not even cool.
What the hell?
So make sure you guys go and let us know if you made it that far. But you gotta watch the whole episode to know what we're talking about. But the first thing we want to say is today that we're recording this is actually Father's Day.
Ooh.
So happy Father's Day to all the dads out there.
All the daddies.
Happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to Afiliado right here.
Thank you.
Happy Father's Day, Afiliado.
Hey.
I'm not a dad yet, but a lot of beezies call me papi, so
okay.
It works out. It works out, right?
It works out. He's like our dad, so
yeah. So I guess happy Father's Day to me too. I guess.
Yes.
To the
Happy Father's Day.
And all the fathers that became fathers due to the love candles.
Yeah.
And all the candles that were purchased.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. So happy Father's Day to the love candles from Scorpion Tarot right here.
Yeah.
So there's some right there, and there's the new ones right here. A lot of beezies became pregnant with those. So happy Father's Day to the love candles, and happy Father's Day to Scorpion Tarot.
Yes.
All the fathers that are out there doing their thing, man, y'all are appreciated, because there are a lot of absent fathers, so to anybody that steps up, you are respect to you.
Yeah, and we definitely see y'all, man. We know that the street vendors ain't out there for y'all today. We know that they're not selling, Rosas Buchonas,
Damn, you know what? I noticed that too.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Fucking ice, man. They fucking shit up for everybody.
No, not just that.
Yeah, no. Even if see all the there's gonna be a lot of BZs blaming it on ice.
Oh, I get it.
Right
Okay, I see. Okay,
yeah.
I was thinking about like what's going on right now with all the raids and all that.
Yeah.
But you're right. I didn't even think about what you were speaking. See, there's so much drama going on around this messed up, man.
Yeah. Yeah. No, definitely. That is one of our topics. Actually, we are going to talk about that one. That was actually the very next topic. But I want to say, when it's Father's Day, you don't really see a lot of street vendors selling the Flores Buchonas or whatever they call. What do they call it? Flores Buchonas, Rosas Buchonas. Ramos Buchones or whatever they have.
That's what they call them.
Yeah, something like that. So it's like you don't really see that. You don't really see, you just don't see a lot, right? All you see is, a bunch of BZs talking about, happy Mother's Day to me, right? It's like, okay. But, man, but the next topic, though, is the ICE protest, which is pretty crazy, man. Have you guys been seeing what's going on?
Yeah, man. Hold on real quick. Let's take our shots.
Yeah.
Happy Father's Day.
Yeah.
Happy
Y'all gonna see it a week
Day.
later, to everybody that's out there.
Cheers to you guys. We see you.
Yep.
We see y'all.
It's all about the kids, man.
All them overtime hours y'all do. All that
part.
All that, all the time your back's hurting, your freaking huevos are hurting, getting the hernias, lifting heavy ish and stuff.
And I'd like to say also, man, I seen something the other day that was like, appreciate your kids while they're little now, because when they get older, they ain't gonna want to hang around with their parents,
Yeah.
So that made me open my eyes like, dang, you know what? Like, it's easy to be like, tomorrow if your kids are asking you, hey, let's go to the park, let's do this and that, you can be like, put it off for later and then never get to, but they're only going to be, kids so long. Eventually they're going to be like, they're going to get their friends that can go out. They're going to get older. They're going to find their, their lovers. They're not going to want to be around their parents no more. And then that's when the parents going to be like, damn, I wish I was around my kids more. And then, so it's like, sometimes just say, F it, let's do it. And that's what I've been doing. I'm guilty of that too, because like, when I was little, my mom was around a lot, but now that I'm older, I'm not around as much, and I'd be like, damn, like I look at it at me like that, and I'm like, I can only imagine my mom probably like, damn, this mother effer, you feel me? So it's like, it's so much aspects to it. So therefore, while your kids are little, man, take advantage of it now, because when they get older, whether you're there or not, they're not going to want to be around because they're living their life, So right now that they want to be there for you, they're going to remember that too. So be there, man. They want you to take them to the park. You tired, man? Forget it. Just do it. You know, that's why I've been taking Bella to the park a lot lately because she's been, you know, she only gonna be this small so long, and lately she's kind of been like, oh, you know, I want to be talking on the phone with my friends instead of talking to me. So, you know, take advantage of that, y'all.
Yeah, no, for sure.
That's true, man. You know, it's crazy because it's a double-edged sword. Because it's like if you work a lot, you're always at work. If you're a bum at home and you ain't got no job, oh, you're just a bum. You know, so it's like it's a double-edged sword. So, you know, me from personal experience, you know, from our mom, you know, I remember her working, but then I remember her buying us the good cereal. You know, it's like okay, she's going to work all these hours. But she's able to buy us the good cereal, the name brand cereal, you know, not the Kmart brand or the, you know, the Kmart's back from the 80s, you know, but it's like, or, you know, the Walmart brand, you know, now. But it's like, you know, the kids, you know, when they're little, you know, they're gonna see it as like, okay, my mom was at home, my dad was at home. But when you grow up as an adult, they realize like, damn, okay, so they were at work that whole time. True. So that whole time they were clocking in, clocking out hella late. Yeah. So, you know, all I can say is just, you know, go with whatever you feel. You know, if you feel like, hey, I should take today off to spend, you know, time with my kids, take the day off. If you feel like, yeah, okay, like I need to, you know, get in these extra 4 hours overtime real quick, you know, to you know, pay off the extra bills that we got, or to take the kids to Disneyland, you know what I'm saying? You know, like each situation is different, but definitely just know that even if your kids don't understand it right now, they're gonna understand it one day. They're gonna understand it when they're older and when they're working. When they're the ones that at work, clocking in, clocking out, they're gonna be like, okay, I see why my dad wasn't home. I see why my mom wasn't home.
Yep.
Shit, I definitely got it. You feel me?
Yeah, take it from us, like from experience. In the moment, we're like, man, you know, we miss our mom, or you know, but we grew a bond within each other because of that. Yeah. So it's like it's kind of, you got to sacrifice one or another. Yeah. And thankfully, you know, we're close knit and we had each other. We had you know, it was 4 of us. But take it from us, they'll get it. They'll get it a little bit later, but
better late than never. Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, and that's the whole reason why ICE is showing up to people's jobs to pick them up. Because that's one thing about Mexicans, you're gonna find us at work. You're gonna find us at work. You're not gonna find us robbing Target. You're not gonna find us robbing Walmart. You're not gonna find us at the corner asking for free money and telling you about how I need food, I need money to eat. You're gonna find us at work working for it. Yep. So it's so crazy how ICE literally, and the cops and whoever, the Marines and everybody, they're picking up people at work, and instead of we kicked in his door and he was at home being a bum, they're like literally pulling up to fools cutting the grass, or washing your windows, or washing your car at the car wash, or you know, it's like, it's so crazy. I know it's crazy like how we just went from one subject to the next.
No, but
it's just like
it's real.
It intertwines, you know. For example,
we're affected by this too, you know. So it's like we're living it.
Yeah. For example, like, you know, if I, you know, if we ever got the news that, hey, your dad got arrested while he's at work, like, damn, okay, at least that motherfucker was at work. You know what I'm saying? It's like that motherfucker was at work. He didn't steal nothing. He didn't rob nobody. He didn't fucking hurt nobody. He was just at work, and the authorities showed up and got him there. Yeah, okay, so I'm a proud ass son because that motherfucker was at work. Yeah. Look, like, you know what I mean? It's like either you're at work or you're a broke ass bum. Yeah, that's it. Like that's your two. When you're Mexican, that's your two options right there.
Yep, not living off the government, not getting that free check every month.
Yeah, I don't see ICE pulling up to the to the welfare office arresting people there. They're not pulling up to that long ass line arresting people there. I used to live downtown. I used to live right by that building. I always see the long ass line. I never saw ICE pull up there. But let you be running the cash register. Let you be pushing the lawnmower. Let you be fucking washing the car. They'll pull up on you quick. You know what I'm saying? So it's like me. I could speak on it on, you know, personal experience because I was born in Mexico. I came here and I had to do the whole process. I remember when I had to go to the immigration office at like 4 a.m. So I would take my little brother, Filiala, right here. I would take Victor with me because we had to stand in line so early in the morning that I was like, hey, fool, I need you to go with me because I got to go to the bathroom while we're right here waiting in line. You know, and it's like they would turn on the sprinklers to get us out of there. They would turn on, it was cold at AF. They didn't give a F, you know. They
would talk to everybody crazy too.
Yeah. You know, so it's crazy. I remember him, you know, waiting in the car for me real quick, eating some McDonald's breakfast, you know, while I'm in line. Then
switching up, taking turns and shit. Hell yeah, that was crazy. Yeah. So when people be like, "Hey man, y'all was born here," like, nah, our family, you know, went through that shit and we felt it, you know. So it's like we lived it, you know, and our mother was in Mexico, you know, she came over with them and shit, you feel me? So that's why we be talking about it, you know, because we be really going through this, you know, so we can only imagine, you know, like luckily they got their situation handled, you know, but like I can only imagine people really out there really getting separated from their family, you know, so it's like, that's crazy. And then especially, you know, Father's Day, you know, being Father's Day today, you know how many people don't have their father today because of that, you know, so... Man, it's a crazy subject, man. That's why I say on my song, man, anybody making fun of deportation, I'ma slap them because it ain't even funny, you know. If you catch some of us making fun of it, it's because that's how Mexicans, you know, that's how we heal. You know, we make fun of situations we're in. That's how we, you know, like learn to deal with it and stay optimism, you know. But any other people, you know, don't be talking shit. You feel me? But and the one thing I really hate, you know, is también like not to play Mr. Me Too type shit, but like. How it looks like they're only aiming at Latins, you know, like, you know, like it looks like they're really just aiming towards them, especially in Sacramento. Like the only time I heard ICE was out here was on Florin Road at Home Depot and on 47. You know how many Mexicans are on 47? You know, there's like so many of them, especially right there at that AMPM by MLK. And at that freeway entrance, that's where they were at. And then they were at the Home Depot on Florin, which is always bombarded with a lot of, you know, I'm pretty sure a lot of them are immigrants, you know, trying to get work. And it's just crazy because, you know, like where else in Sacramento did you hear they were at? You feel me? Like, it's crazy, but anyways.
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry to be on such a dark subject, but you know we gotta talk about it, man.
Sorry guys, we didn't mean to get too emotional on here. You guys know we just here to bring the laughs. But man, that Home Depot, me and Erica used to both work there.
Oh yeah, y'all did, huh? That's crazy. I applied and they wasn't messing with me. They was like, we got too much of y'all here already.
Yeah, no, but man, it's crazy. Like, you know, when you really look at like where they're showing up to. It's like, damn, y'all really got nothing better to do, man. What the fuck? Like, I'm, you know, they're literally just there to feed their kids, you know.
Yeah.
But you know,
the people are showing out though. You know, I'm seeing, you know, everybody going to the protests nationwide. Like, you know, they going hard for us, man.
Yeah, definitely, man. You know, I gotta give a shout out to everybody showing up to the protests. You know, those of you that can show up. You know, there's a lot of people that can't actually physically show up. Because they'll get dragged out, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it's like, you know, there was a point where I couldn't show up to something like that because I would have got carried away. So it's like, I see a lot of our own people talking mess about the people that are not showing up, and it's like, hey, you don't know why they're not showing up. They might have a reason why they're not showing up. You know, you could pull up and you're fine, but they could pull up and then next thing you know, they're in the back of that truck. You know, so it's like, you know, you never know why somebody's not showing up or somebody's not speaking up.
Right.
You know,
like stop bullying, trying to be bullies, man.
Yeah.
You know, everybody does something in their own way.
Yeah, exactly. You know, and it's like, you know, I've seen a lot of comedian influencers that we follow and stuff. You know, people that like, you know, we're hella cool with. We follow them and they're big names in the Latino culture, you know, and they're you know, people were talking mess about them, and then people were in their comments like, oh, you didn't say it right, you didn't word it right, you didn't use the right word. It's like, bruh, like at least I'm speaking up for it. Like, what the fuck? So if they don't speak up, they're getting canceled. If they speak up, they're getting canceled. So a lot of them are just like, you know what, I'm done. Like, I'm done speaking up.
And it's not even ICE shutting them down. It's their own people.
Yes.
To be like, oh, he just said something because he got called out. It's like, dude, it's damned if you do. It's like, have empathy before going into judgment. Maybe he was doing research. Maybe he was, you know, getting a little bit more knowledge before speaking up, so he doesn't sound stupid. And then he goes on there and says something, and he still gets she still gets called stupid.
Yeah.
And it's like, dude, just do what you do, and if you're not showing it, I'm sure they're doing it behind the scenes. Not everything gets posted online. Yeah,
exactly. You know, and it's like, you know, like I said, a lot of people that are doing the canceling, you know, they're born here, you know, so they don't really have to worry. They could literally walk up to an ICE agent and not get touched. And then the people that will get touched, they're like, okay, I know what I'm supposed to do. I'm going to go ahead and go around that ICE agent and do what I got to do my own way, you know. We got to figure out a different way. Right. So it's like everybody does it in their own way, you know. If they're being silent, they might have a reason, you know. Right. They might have a reason. They might have a tia. They might have a tío, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So it's like...
For all you know, they're praying, you know? So they're just...
Yeah.
You know, they said a prayer. That's enough nowadays, you know? So, like, pray también, you feel me? Ain't nothing wrong with praying.
Yes, definitely. You know, so it's like, you know, before you sit there and cancel out, you know, your favorite Latino influencer, just think about what they're doing and think about why they might be silent.
Right.
For that same reason, there's a lot of actual like music artists, like corrido, you know, singers that literally cannot even come to the U.S. and perform anymore.
Right.
And if they do perform, they can't sing their favorite songs no more. So that right there should tell you enough about why certain people are not speaking up. You know. he's like, they're not speaking up the way that you would speak up because, you know, maybe you're born here, maybe you're all, you know, you're all legit. But it's like they're speaking up in their own way, you know? And then another thing too, it's crazy. I saw how like people were talking about Lefty Gunplay and like other Latino rappers pulling up to the protest, and they're like making videos like, oh, they just showed up just to make content or, you know, just for clout. But it's like, dude, like they at least they pulled up.
Exactly.
Like these people were at home on their phone talking about, oh, you know, this rapper just pulled up to, you know, to me. Like, bro, at least they're there in person.
Right. Snow the Product is one too.
Yeah, Snow the Product. Snow the Product. I literally saw Lefty Gunplay speaking Spanish to one of the cameras, to an Univision or something. He said, oh, aquí estoy con mi gente. Blah. I was like, bro, you know, I already had respect for him, but him speaking Spanish to Univision, I was like, bro, seriously, like that was cool. That was cool. You know what? Whatever Latino rapper it is, as long as they pull up, man.
Yeah.
I couldn't pull up because I was at work, but you know, I was posting.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
it's still bringing, you know, awareness to everything that's going on. Is posting and sharing and.
Hey, we did our good share though. You know, Erica, you know, she's witness. You know, we've gone protesting before when we was in school. Were we in middle school?
We were in high school and middle school.
I think it was high school. Yeah, we got on the bus, then went on the light rail, and then went to downtown. You know, we met up with a whole bunch of other schools in the area. You know, and we were protesting downtown. The news people came up, and then, you know,
interviewed us.
Erica she got interviewed for the, you know, she spoke for the ladies, and then shout out to homie Negro. He spoke for the men. You know, they were the two speakers that got to be on TV and speak for the people. You know, shout out Negro Bendito 29th Street. You feel me? But yeah, and then, you know, we been in this. You know, so it's like nothing new to us. Like me and Erica, you know, sitting there marching. Remember we marched from one light rail station, from the bus stop right there, like from down Florian all the way down Franklin to the light rail station, and you feel me, went to downtown in the rain, like, and we was, you know, in school, but now we're older, we got our own life to go about it. But, you know, me and Erica did our dirt in the trenches.
We sure did.
You know, I'm pretty sure Danny did his, you know, I think that's when Danny, you know, because they could have snatched Danny up, so he had to be careful back in the day. But
yeah, back then they would have got me for sure.
I mean, to be fair though, you don't. They were like, he's white. They're not gonna talk to him.
Nah, Danny used to look straight chilled out back in the day.
That's true.
Yeah. No, but see, it's crazy because, you know, it's like right now I could actually get on this podcast and talk about it. You know, back in those times, I couldn't talk about it because then they'd be like, oh, so where you at again?
So where you from?
We'd be right here and you just hear like, Daddy, run.
They'd be like, hey, where's your studio located at here? Hey, can you resend that address real quick? They would have pulled up quick.
Yeah.
Before this video even got posted, they would have pulled up.
Damn.
You know, and I'll admit it. Yeah, you know, I wasn't born here. You know, so it's like, you know, but yeah, it's crazy. Because I remember you guys doing all those, you know, joining the protests and all that. So.
And we were educated because they probably thought we were uneducated children.
And then they handed me the microphone, and I'm like, let me talk my shit.
She was talking shit. Everybody was like, yeah, viva la raza.
Like, who's this Asian girl?
Everybody thought she was Asian back in the day. But yeah, it was her and the homie Negro. They were speaking for the people. And everybody, the whole crowd was like, damn, let them talk, you know, because we was in there rocking, you know. But good times.
Shout out to God. Tight.
Vote for me for president.
Yeah. Was it 2028 or what is it? 2028?
2028.
Eddie Gattinez for sure.
I'm only taking. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I'm only taking the shot because I got cotton mouth and I forgot to bring a beer or a drink. But yeah, would you say 2028, Erica?
2028. What for Eddie Gat? The first female president.
Cheers to that.
Cheers to that.
First lady of Saca las Velitas.
Yup. Oh man!
Make sure y'all go check out the last episode too.
Yeah, that was
funny. Prior. Yeah, we all funny ass episodes. And you know that's why I love doing the podcast with them because we be having hella fun on here.
Yeah,
and you can see the progression of us getting freaking drunk. Drunk as hell.
I think the last episode we was already faded going in.
Yeah, we're messed up.
It's okay though. No pasa nada.
Yeah. On a side note, y'all, I just dropped a song. Called Me and You We Go Together, you know.
Dude.
Make sure y'all go check that out. It's a little different vibe than I usually do. I'm usually just talking shit on the song and all that, but this is like a more female vibe, you know. It's for the ladies, but you know, check that out on all platforms. I'm supposed to have been dropped. We were talking about it on the last episode. I'm supposed to have been dropped. Sagar 3, my project. But I've been pushing it back because as an artist, I continue to write and I keep putting more songs. And I'm done now, though. I got all the songs I need. I'm just waiting on 2 more verses. That's what was holding me up. But I've been dropping singles, to hold it down, And last week I dropped Call My Little Sis. So that's another song. And a lot of people, I got a lot of good feedback for that one, And, this is the lady I'm talking about. This is my little sis. But, make sure y'all go check those out. And then hopefully next week, if not next week, in 2 weeks for sure, because I'm still waiting on 2 verses. But EP36 is coming. Just check me out on all platforms under Afiliado, AFILIYADO.
Yeah, for sure.
I have to put in my plug. But
yeah, we're gonna tag it up here too. Hey, but that song, the slow song that you pulled in, dude. Hey, you know what that gave me the vibes of? Driving by the river with a sucia, like,
hey, I know that's why I put that cover on there, give it that vibe, like you on your way somewhere. Yeah. Nah, but I got a lot of good feedback for that too. Surprisingly, I got a lot of shares for that one.
So I know I do. I still got to share it too.
Hell yeah. But it's like I'm like, man, this summertime is everybody on that turn up stuff. Yes. But I was just like, you know what? Let me just drop some while they're waiting for the project. And for the people that a lot of people, even my homie, shout out my homie Mean, he had posted it today and he tagged this girl. He's like, me and you, we go together.
Hey,
I was like, oh yeah.
Hey, for real. Hey, that gave me like a summer nights vibe. That gave me like a summer night drive, long drive. You know what I'm saying?
Fernando, you gotta post it. We're scared.
Yeah, share it.
Tag me.
Yeah. He said, "Hold on, man. Everybody else is doing this."
Yeah. Where's mine at?
Erica's like, "Where's my summer night drive?" What the heck? No, but for sure,
love. Shout out to everybody that's in love during the summertime. Shout out to y'all, doing y'all thug thizzle.
It's too hot to be cuddling though. It's hot as hell in here.
Yeah, and if you're not in love with the summertime, make sure you guys hit up our sponsor, Scorpion Tarot, for these love candles, man. I'm telling y'all. See, today's Father's Day. People don't even know how many babies these candles have fathered, man. That's why I made a post about it today on my IG.
Also, look at this little goat.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I was gonna ask about that too.
That's cute.
Yeah. Okay. So real quick, guys. So I was supposed to have him on the last episode that we did because it was already June. But so basically, I was at Walmart and I saw this and it says Goat Dad, right? Because for Father's Day. So I was like, for sure we got to have him today on the Father's Day episode.
That's tight.
Yeah. So it's a goat with a little baby goat. He's holding the baby goat and he's the dad. So he's literally a goat holding the baby goat. He's a goat dad. But it's also, for all the fathers out there that are, greatest of all time, Because like I said, a lot of times, the mom gets a lot of credit and everything, but the father never gets the credit. But, as a guy, as a boy, I would honestly say, like, dude, like, seriously, like, if like, when you're a teenager, if your dad knows, okay, if your mom knows you're about to go take a Susie to the movies, she might be like, nah, hell no, you're not going to go nowhere. But if your dad knows you about to take this, he's like, damn, mi pinche hijo va a llevar la novia al cine. Here you go, amigo. Here's the keys. Here's a 20. Here's another 20. Here's a pinche bolsita. All that shit. Here's everything you need, right? Una pinche buzzball way. All that. He's gonna hook you with the party pack to go chill with your, with your favorite, with your novia. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that. That's what fathers do, man. That's what fathers do. So it's like, again, I had to have that one on the episode because it's like, go dad. Because it's like, for us boys, we definitely need that male presence. We definitely need that father figure. We definitely need. So I was like, man, we got to have, especially since I have a whole goat tatted on the top of my head. I was like, we got to have the goat.
Yeah.
So that explains that guy.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, again, if you don't have your favorite Susie to take to the movies in the summer, make sure you guys hit up our sponsor for the love candles. And You'll have a Susie by next week.
You have nothing to lose. You have everything to gain and nothing to lose. Next year, you could be celebrating Father's Day if you're not a father yet.
Exactly. Yeah. So, definitely.
Link in his bio.
Yeah, definitely. Like, we sit here, we make jokes about it, we laugh about it, but we know that people actually go through this in real life. And they're, they look at it a little more serious. They're like, oh, how come I'm this old and I haven't had this and this and this? But it's like, we're here to make fun of it so that you can know that you could trust us, know? Like, we're not going to judge you.
We're not going to judge you.
We're going to just redirect you to our sponsor. And just, hey, go hit him up. Let him know what you need. He got the candle for you.
Yep.
You going through some BS, he got a candle for that.
Yeah. Scorpion Tarot can literally sell ice to an ice cream man. So just hit him up. Don't be shy. He's not going to judge you. Any story, any anything that you're dealing with, relatable. He can relate. He can direct you to the right candle or the right service in a blink of an eye. So
he's very confidential.
Absolutely.
There's been times where I've been like, hey, who of people that I know have hit you up? He's like, I can't tell you that, bro. You know, because I'm just me, you know, being curious, just like, hey, you know, because I know a lot of my people that hit him up, but you know, he's very professional because he ain't even tell me. So I'm like, okay, I respect that. I respect that.
And then sometimes my homegirls be like, hey, I hit your brother up, and I'm like, damn, that fool didn't even tell me. Well, of course he didn't tell me, but and I'll tell Danny like, oh, so and so said they should hit you. Huh? What? They did? Huh? Like playing it off, but no, seriously. Very confidential.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's confidential. Yeah, it's confidential. Like, so Afiliado, he used to be my roommate here too. He used to stay here, right? So people would hit me up for a reading, and I do readings here in the house. So I would give them a heads up, like, hey, somebody's gonna come over. Like, I wouldn't tell them who it is, but I would be like, hey, somebody's gonna come over. They went to the same school as you or whatever. Like, I would just give them enough details, and I'd be like, hey, fool, like, so just like stay over there, like, you know. So it was like So my client wouldn't feel weird, and so he wouldn't feel weird, you know, because they know each other, whatever. You know, I don't want them, you know, crossing. You know, it's 100% confidential. Yeah. But it would just be kind of crazy because it's like later he would be like, "Hey, I know this person," and I'm like, "Yeah, but as long as you heard it from them and not me,
right?
You know, that's different."
Right.
You know?
And Sacramento's so small that we're bound to like somebody is connected to somebody that knows him.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So and it's no judgment.
And I know a lot of people, so a lot of people I know be going to him, but they'll personally tell me, and I'm like, okay, that's what's up.
Yeah. I don't know a lot of people, but a lot of people know me. So.
Yeah. See, like after they told like my siblings, hey, you know, I went to a reading, whatever, you know, I got these velas, whatever. Then if they ask me and they're like, hey, I already know, then I might be like, okay, you know, it might be true, it might possibly be true,
right?
But they heard it from their own, you know, them. They heard it from the actual client.
True.
You know, they didn't hear it from me. And then later I found out, okay, as long as the client was okay with telling you, then, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. So definitely, you know, hit up our sponsor. But hey, man, definitely, I think I definitely need another shot. Another shot.
I was just taking them because I got cotton mouth, so I didn't know if y'all wanted to keep sipping.
You got cotton mouth because you smoke?
No, I haven't gotten nothing to drink. And I've been talking, so. I mean, I did smoke though. I was smoking on my way here. Oh. Smoke weed every day.
Hey. That's a classic.
Dude, see how we always said that we say like movie lines or like lyrics to songs? This is like the every single episode we say.
Nate Dogg, you know. Nate Dogg.
R.I.P. Nate Dogg.
R.I.P. Nate Dogg.
I keep it lit. That's my. It's not my essential. I can, like my song says, I can quit smoking weed any day. But what I say on that bar, I'm gonna keep it lit. Fuck what you say, some shit like that. But you know, it's just because I mean, if I was broke and you know living, you know, homeless or something like that and smoking every day, then you can be like, bro, what the fuck? But you know, I feel like I'm cool. You know, I feel like I'm stable. So if I want to smoke every day, you feel me, to keep stress off my mind, I'm gonna do that. You know.
Okay, so, period.
Hey. Yup. Hey, that's why we work so hard. You know what I'm saying? Hey, as long as you're out there working hard, doing your thing, you're allowed to take your little break, to take your little, you know, whatever escape you need. You know what I'm saying?
But yes, I do got cotton mouth. We need to keep some water bottles in the studio. For future reference.
For sure. I'm gonna have to take a Costco trip soon for sure. So cheers to Nate Dogg, right?
Cheers to Nate Dogg. Nate Dogg.
R.I.P. Nip.
We grew up listening to Nate Dogg.
R.I.P. Nip.
Yep.
Erica had to throw that in there. Nip, hold on. We talking about West Coast.
Come on now.
Yeah.
Some light.
Murray went to go see his mural.
Someone's been drinking now.
We started pre-gaming a little bit.
I was a little late today, you know, because you know, it is Father's Day, so like, I had to go see my child real quick, and then a lot of people were, you know, coming up to me and making me take drinks with them, but you know, we here now.
I know. I feel kind of bad because I'm the one that scheduled this episode on Father's Day.
I didn't even think about it either. When he had told me, I was like, hell yeah, let's do it. And then when the day came, I was like, oh shit, it's Father's Day.
See, but that goes back to the subject we were talking about. There's no commercials. There's no, hey, Father's Day is this weekend. You know?
I even forgot.
Yeah.
But that's why I didn't really have, you know, kind of didn't have plans. But I was like, you know what? When I got off work, I was like, let me go see my kid real quick.
Yeah.
And then, you know, got to do that. I did spend most of the weekend with her. On Friday was her birthday.
Shout out Bella. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Bella. You know, we had a very eventful day. Had a lot of fun. She stayed the night that night. So then the night before, I got her a new fit. And then took her to school in the morning. From there, came home, fell asleep, picked her up from school. And her present came in time. You know, I got her a violin. You know, my sister ordered it for me. She told told me in the morning. As soon as I dropped her off, I was on my way home, and she's like, your package is here. I was like, what? Smashed over there, grabbed the violin. So when I picked her up, we went to we stopped to go get at Antojitos right there off Franklin and Florin. Yeah, we stopped there with the kids, and her cousins. And then when I dropped her off, when I dropped her cousins off at their house, that's when I gave her violin. Yeah, she, we was chilling there for a bit, and then what did we do after that? Went back to the house, went to go eat at her favorite spot. She wanted to eat at Yen Buffet, so we stopped over there. It was pretty eventful, and then from there went to the arcade with her Tia and Theo and all her cousins, and we were at Sunsplash. They have a big arcade at Sunsplash, so we went to the after hours. Nice. And then from there, finished off the day at Cane's. Dang. Chicken, hella expensive. It's expensive as hell.
My girls love that.
I bet. All the kids love that shit.
I know, my nieces always come home with that.
All the time.
So that's why I told her what she wanted. She wanted that. So went there, finished off the day there, and had a great day. So,
tight.
Yeah, happy birthday, Bella.
Happy birthday.
That sounds like the perfect birthday.
Yeah.
Perfect birthday. Especially right before Father's Day for you.
Mm-hmm. It was like my Father's Day gift to me, so I was cool. Yeah. That's what I was like. Even though I got to see her for a little bit today, I was just like, it's cool. We got to spend, Friday together the whole day. Yeah. So, I just felt the gust of wind come from the side. I felt hella good. I'm over here. If y'all see me hella sweating, this is because it's kind of hot in here.
Yeah, it's hot in here. Right?
So, excuse the sweat. And we've been sipping, so.
Yeah. Hey, guess whose birthday's coming up?
I don't know. Nah,
y'all suck.
I'm just kidding. Our little sister, Tupac. Tomorrow. Tupac's birthday.
Tupac.
Tupac. Yeah. So, have you got any plans yet?
Kanye.
Yeah, we're still in Gemini season.
Yeah, wait, J-Lo?
J-Lo has a birthday coming up?
Actually, still the Product, Chiquis, Jenny Rivera. UB,
all the cancers and Leos.
My mama, Selena.
Not me though.
Let me see. Hold on.
Mine's just super forgettable.
Hold on. Let me see. Ali.
Trump. It was Trump's birthday. Trump. Everybody's like, hell no. What the fuck? No.
Arnold Schwarzenegger. Arnold Schwarzenegger.
No, but yeah. Do you have any plans yet for your birthday?
Oh, that one Susie I used to be with when I was like 19.
We got two sisters. I forgot one of their names though, but no, I'm playing.
Wait, damn. Oh, that one guy that used to that on Blue's Clues that used to go. He's go. Oh, we got an envelope. We got a message. We got a message.
I got a lot of Blue's Clues, but
I
yeah.
his name.
Nah, but it is Erica's birthday coming up. You got any plans yet?
Yeah, yes. I won't be in Zag.
Yeah,
you won't.
No.
Where you gonna be at?
Where we gonna be at?
We're gonna be in LA.
Oh,
we do it.
Our home away from home.
It's like our July ritual for Erica's birthday.
I'm coming.
Are you? Every July.
I mean, I ain't told me. Y'all over here making plans and shit. They over here not inviting me and shit, I guess. But I'm just, I'm putting the front up for the episode.
We're making the official announcement right now.
Ta-da!
Because for the last few years, on July, we've been out there for Erica's birthday.
Yeah.
Because even if it doesn't line up with her actual birthday, but it's still like July and it's still close enough. It could be like the week before, the week after. Right. So we're there. But yeah, so we're going to be out there. And then go ahead.
We're going to be out there celebrating Mayans and Twins' birthday from the chat. So super excited. So far, it's myself, my brother Danny, and Fernando. And then hopefully, if you can make it.
Nah, y'all ain't even invite me ahead of time. How the hell your boyfriend get invited before me? What the?
No.
Hell no.
Didn't we tell him?
Yeah,
we're going to make plans
I
to go
definitely
to LA.
ain't going down. Yeah. I'm like, damn, they over here planned one. Now all these people know, and I don't even know yet. Fuck.
No, it's because the way Airbnb is set up, it's like you gotta select it when it's like.
No, it's because I be flaking last minute, y'all. So
look, we done told this fool hella times, hey, we're gonna go. Yeah, I'm down. And then it doesn't happen.
The last episode, I asked her what was her plans, and she said nothing.
I wasn't gonna do anything.
Nah, but I'm just playing with y'all.
No, but yeah. So while we're out there, so I have a client and a cool ass homegirl that she's actually a Cancer also. What's today?
Today is the 15th of June.
Okay, so her birthday is the 14th of July.
Nice.
She's a Cancer, so she's actually gonna be on an episode with us. We're gonna do an episode with her. She's gonna be our special guest for that weekend while we're out there. And then some people from the chat are also gonna be our guests too. Mm-hmm. But we have like a few different things planned for you guys that is so complicated. We don't want to mention it on here too much.
Yeah. Like we literally we have to. It's like according to schedule.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
We have to be on time for everything.
Yeah. And you know what? Speaking of that client, she was actually last weekend. I think it was like about a week and a half ago. She was actually She was actually driving around downtown LA showing the riots, showing the protests.
Yeah.
She was drinking the Dos Equis and she was driving around town. Yeah, chilling. She was being in the passenger prisons and she was recording like they'll throw a bomb to a car, like they'll throw something to a car. The car blows up. And she's
like a terrorist.
Yeah. No, it wasn't her doing it. She was just recording it.
Okay. Yeah.
So it was like she was recording everything like firsthand. I was like, damn, that's pretty wild.
Yeah. Good for her though, for being out there. That's what's up. Shout out you.
Yeah. So shout out you. I'm not gonna say her name on here, but she hopefully she will be on our episode when we're out there in July, because it's Erika's birthday month, and then it's also that client's birthday month. She's my client, and she actually wants to be on the episode as her birthday gift.
Nice.
She told me that. Yeah, she was like, hey, I want to do something out of my comfort zone for my birthday. She was like, I figure a podcast would be perfect, and we're like, yes, that's very perfect.
Pull up, or we'll pull up.
And she's a water sign.
Hey, if I go, we should have like a kickback episode where it's like the living room, everybody's just chilling.
Hell yeah!
But can you go?
Hell yeah!
I mean, shit. If y'all tell me the details when we're done.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Off camera, we'll tell you. Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, so it's gonna be another fun July, man. Dude, last July
is it early July or late July?
It's literally the weekend before my birthday.
It's like mid.
Okay.
It's like mid July.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like right in the middle.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look it up.
Okay.
I have to check my Palm Pilot.
Are you gonna watching the Grinch? The Grinch?
When?
Oh yeah, I think I need a refill. I
don't think I've ever seen The Grinch.
No, remember how I gotta watch my.
I'm hella burnt. My bad. I've been sipping on this Patron.
That's how you know.
How am I gonna quote the movie and I get the other line that goes next to the quote?
Yeah. Oh, let me watch our Palm Pilot. Oh, it looks like I'm watching the Grinch. Man.
That's what's up, though.
Hey,
I want to go to LA. Damn, I just took one. Y'all finna get me fucked up.
That's the point.
Cheers.
I should have brought a beer.
Shout out Cancers.
Water signs, July.
Gang.
The sign Cancer, not the other bitch ass Cancer.
I have a tattoo that he did on me that says what?
Forget Cancer.
Cancer.
The only time I don't make a face is when I drink Henny straight, but anything else I'm making a face.
Next time we're gonna have a Henny bottle.
Yeah, Henny bottle.
Or some Gran Malo would be fine.
Gran Malo.
I said, did y'all hear I shouted out Gran Malo on my last song?
You sure did.
Yeah, that was tight.
Sipping on this Gran. That's because y'all put me on, but I've been seeing a lot of people post this, so I was like, I ain't never heard a rapper rap about it. So I was sipping on it that night when I was writing, so I was like, let me just rap about it real quick. But
shout out Eileen and Carla.
Yeah, shout out Eileen and Carla.
Shout out Carla and Eileen.
They're the ones that put it on too.
Yeah. Always gonna.
And they're actually on the vlog, on the December vlog.
Yeah.
If y'all follow the channel, go back to December 2024. Mm-hmm. They're on there and they brought the Gran Malo straight from Mexico too. Straight from Mexico. I might insert that clip.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. But I can't wait. So shout out July birthdays, which is Cancer and Leo.
Yeah.
Shout out all July's birthdays. Can't wait to be out there again. Can't wait to see everybody out there. This last time I went to, man, like, dude, like, I don't even want to think about this last trip that I took because it was so fun that I'm gonna just get carried away right now and I'm gonna make it about me and shit.
See, but that's gonna make him want to go.
Yeah,
like,
but
please
it's like
go.
Not just that, because I want to go just because y'all always go without me. You feel me? But it's just like I'm a good man. I'm not.
Yeah, no, it was fun.
He was over there terrorizing the cities.
Yeah, it was.
Or he was getting terrorized.
Both, man. Like my morning started kind of crazy to where I was kind of uncertain. Like, damn, like what am I gonna? I got scammed in the morning. Those of you that.
Oh yeah, so you might as well just do it big.
Yeah, and then but then the way that everything turned out, I was grateful for the spirits because I feel like the spirits kind of lined it up. Like that's a whole nother. Like I have so much to say about that weekend. All I gotta say is the best stuff happened once the cameras were off. That's when the best stuff happened, man.
I just want to go to see the scenes. And,
Got you.
Yeah, no, it was tight. Like, yeah.
And the chat wants to meet you.
Yeah,
Victor.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Yeah,
I'm single, y'all. So whoever's single, I was like,
yeah, but see, so like Lil Wayne said, hey, I said it on
the single ladies.
Single.
Lil Wayne did not say that.
That's not what I was thinking.
No, I was thinking about another song.
That was Beyonce.
Nah, I'm just kidding,
I was thinking of that song. I'm single, cause I'm single.
Oh, it's a Drake song.
Yeah,
Drake. It's a Wayne song.
Lil Wayne, produced by Drake.
Yeah, Drake wrote it.
I wouldn't know that.
I ain't tripping on nothing.
Yeah.
I'm sipping on something that my homeboy said he got a bad bitch for me tonight. Hey, dude. But nah, I ain't looking. I'm just playing.
All I gotta say is episode 34.
I like being single.
Y'all gotta check out episode 34. If you like that song, you gotta check out episode 34. But the best parts happen once the cameras were off. But that's all three of us gotta go though, cause
like, I'm gonna try to make it out there.
Okay.
Yeah.
24-hour bender.
Fuck yeah. Yeah, hey, yeah.
Y'all can't hang with me though. Y'all
don't. This guy.
Well, okay, I might not be in here because the only thing I do is alcohol. That's all I do.
Hey.
So I'm letting y'all know right now. I can't hang with nobody.
Y'all can't say that I can't hang.
Yeah, no, she for sure can hang.
I
For
can hang.
sure. Yeah, for sure. But like I said, if there's the more of us, the more people that could drive.
Yeah.
So my buzz will go away quick. I'm sober. I could drive, and then y'all sleep, and then y'all wake up. Y'all sleep. But yeah, for sure.
What's sleep? Never heard of sleep. No, I was just like,
no, for sure. Yeah. Like if all three of us go, oh, dude, it's gonna be off the hook. It's gonna be off the hook.
I'm down.
The
might not even come back. No.
Yay.
Shit, he almost didn't come back.
Damn, I almost didn't come back. For sure. Multiple times. I don't want to get into that, but multiple times.
Fuck it, I'll stay out there with you. Erica can head back. We'll be out like, all right then, little sis.
Man, like
we'll start our new lives here.
But see, it's because it just all goes to show how much support we get. You know, it's like when I was out there, I was like, so you're telling me that I could run my whole business from here and have 100% support?
Yep. See, and that's the thing. Yeah. We rep LA so much. We know we're from SAC. We know we're from here. Well, he's from Mexico, but me and Victor, he reps SAC hard. But me, I wear the Dodgers, because it's so much love that we get from LA that it's like I reciprocate like every time.
Yeah.
I have friends here, quote unquote, that never support, and I have complete strangers in Los Angeles that have supported from day one. Yeah. And it's like, I got you. The way you got my brothers and the way you got me, I got you.
Yeah.
And if repping LA is a little bit of support, that's what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
Tell me I'm lying.
Yeah, no, yeah, that's true. You know, and it all comes down to business. You know, it's like if you own a store, you have to look at, okay, where are my sales coming from? Mm-hmm. Okay, who's buying my ish? Okay, cool. Boom.
Yeah.
But no, we definitely got to go. Like, definitely all three of us got to go for sure.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try.
For sure. Like even if we don't all travel out there, we got to do like a live show somewhere, somehow. Hey, shout out to La Plática.
Yes.
Hey,
finally.
Josh Sebas.
I don't know who that is, but shout out them.
Hey,
yes.
they're Latino podcasters, just like us. So they had their first podcast, and just knowing how Josh is and how I hella relate to him, I know it was lit.
It was lit.
And from the tags that I've seen, it was pretty lit. Honestly, when they announced their first live, I was like, nah, I don't know how it's gonna work. I told Erika.
And I told him we should get tickets.
Yeah, and I was like, I don't know how it's gonna work until I saw one of the two podcasters, the one that I relate to the most, partying his ASS off, and BZ's just on him. I was like, for sure. Oh shit, yeah, okay. I was like, for sure, their live's gonna sell out. 100%. And it did.
And as soon as we found out, we were like, you know what? Let's do it. Let's try to make it.
Yes.
Sold out.
Yes, sold out. And thanks to their sponsor, it was because of their sponsor that sponsored like a few different other events, like releasing new products and stuff.
Yeah.
That I was able to see how one of their co-hosts gets down and partying. And what did I tell you? What did I say? I was like, he reminded me.
Yeah, he said that all the time, yeah. And he does, honestly, yeah, because I've seen him party. You know, in his prime, well, he's still in his prime. I've seen it firsthand. That is Danny number 2.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Where y'all think I learned to party from? We was a kid. We were living right there off of 41st. And then I remember he threw a party and he was just telling me, like, all my homies is coming, his birthday party. We was little ass kids just walking around in the party. Dude. And then I remember when my brother told me, he's like, hey, play your songs. And when he let me be DJ, I thought I was that fool. And then I had this old school CD. I remember he had told me he liked one of the songs. So I started playing it. Everybody was rocking. That was when I was like, oh, I love music. I was like, okay.
Dude, hey.
That was a legendary ass party.
Dude, I swear, I wish I could find the VHS of that party.
Damn, yeah, VHS.
Yes.
I remember some girl throwing up in our little patio side thingy, and it was just like, you know, my mama, you know, my mom was from Mexico, so she didn't know the dangers we were in, but you know, we was over there in the middle of the party, everybody turning up, but it was fun. Back in the day, you can have parties like that and not worry about people trying to pull up and drive by. Like, it was an apartment. Like, I remember nobody fighting in that party. We was just all we was just kids having fun, and there was all teenagers. And I remember being like, "Damn, this is what partying is." And then I learned from there.
That was my 18th birthday,
and my brother had all the girls on him there at that party. I was like, "Dang!" I was like, "Okay."
I would do a reenactment right now, but it's not YouTube appropriate. But hey, just know.
I was a baby, and these girls were like, "You gotta dance like this. You gotta do this," and I was copying them.
Hey, for real, that's hella true. And
it is.
Like, everybody was showing us love as kids too, you know.
Hey, that was like Saturday night. So on Monday, I see these BZs at my school, and I was like, why the F you showing my sister how to?
I'm like copying them.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and I know. Yeah.
Like, he knows how to party.
It's on video. It's on the camera.
That's crazy.
What she's talking about. I saw my homegirl holding her. Go like this. I'm like, what I want to say right now is not YouTube friendly, so I'm not gonna say it. But
I was a baby.
Yeah, but my two siblings were little kids. Yeah. I was turning 18, so of course, you know, I'm gonna be sucio. But it's like, I was like,
what are you doing?
But see that goes to my little. Our little doll from our little homie from the sponsor.
Damn, we went through this bottle.
But hey, that's how lit that party was. That 20, 30 years later, my siblings still remember. And that was my 18th birthday.
Hey, her mom, where was she at? Was she in the room chilling the whole time?
Yeah, she was. But hey, there was a part where like I was yelling at my homie. I was like, "Hey, pinche way!" And then I turn around, I see my mom right there, and I'm like, "Hey!" And then my mom started laughing, and I was like, "Mom, get in here. Mom, get in." No, but hey, but that's how lit that party was. To where my siblings still remember to this day. 30 years later, they're like, "Hey, the fucking party that the Bruja had." Oh, dude.
And you had that strobe light. He had that strobe light.
Yeah.
And they used to flash.
I bought that at Spencer's at Ardmore. I bought that at Spencer's at Ardmore.
I think I was with you when you bought it too.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. She would always go with me.
Fun fact, he gave me that strobe light years later, and then I threw a couple parties with that same strobe light too. Until it was at the Trap, and then we lost it at the Trap somehow. So I think somebody stole it, but you know, that strobe light did works multiple parties.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was like the first party I can have to memory today. Like, that was lit, whole bunch of hyenas just around dancing.
Dude.
They was all talking to me. I was just nervous, like, damn, who's all these pretty ass ladies talking to me? And then my brother walking around talking to everybody. I remember being like, okay, he the popular one. Dude, okay.
And it was like 4 girls for one guy. Mm-hmm. It was nothing but there.
Yeah.
I think I had a girlfriend that night too.
Hey.
Dude, oh man, all I'm and I can't even.
This is where we learned partying from. We started early. Like, I remember he taught me how to drive specifically so he could drink at parties and we would pick him up.
Yeah.
He gave me my first beer. What was the first beer?
Guinness.
So
Guinness. Hey,
who starts off with Guinness?
Yeah, and you know what's crazy? Not even to make this not even to switch it to a sad note. But our other sister was there too at the party.
Yeah. And
she was having a good time too. She was there with her, you know, she was tied down at the moment, you know what I'm saying? But she was like looking around like,
what the fuck?
What the?
Like, they're really a damn party in our fucking living room.
She was
like grabbing her man like, don't look.
Yeah. Because it was that's how crazy it was.
Yeah.
So good times.
I told her, don't even trip. These are all for me. Like, don't even trip.
And they were.
Yeah, and they were. They
were.
That's why I'm so shocked that I'm not a father on Father's Day. Like, I'm shocked.
Shout out
I'm
you.
shocked. That's a miracle. That's a miracle right there. That's a miracle.
That's
that's some crazy ish right there. That's some crazy ish. But yeah, man, that's how lit that party was, that we still remember it like 20, 30 years later, man. It was lit.
Dude, so we gotta redo that for my birthday this July, okay?
In LA?
No, I can't be a Susie like that no more. I can't be that. My back be hurting. My back be hurting.
That's good. I'm single, so I'm rocking.
No.
Okay, we could do that again, but like half of it.
Half of it, yeah. Half of it.
We'll be in bed by 9.
Yeah. Instead of 6 Susies, I could take like 3. Like probably nah. No, but yeah, for sure. No, we definitely got to redo that. But definitely, that was the 90s right there, dude. That 90s. Was a straight 90s party. House party. Yeah. Like when you see Concrete making fun of like the house parties in the 90s, that's what we talking about right now.
Yeah. And a lot of influencers have a 90s theme party. That was us.
That was us. Like we literally lived it. It was 1998 actually.
Yeah.
1998. Like so.
I was 10.
Damn.
Do the math. It was 1998.
Yeah. Don't do the math. Actually,
don't do the math. Actually, don't do the yeah. Because they were actually not drinking. In case Ice is watching, they were not drinking. They did not know what alcohol was. They were nowhere near the bottle.
Nope.
You know, it's crazy. I caught on to like drinking and smoking and all that hella late, even after school.
Exactly.
Like I would drink a little bit. Nah, for real though. In case, like I would drink a little bit in high school, but not that much, like just here and there, because it wasn't my thing. I was one of those people that I didn't like being a follower. So like, if everybody was doing something, I would be like, hell nah. Like I would pride myself on not being able to get what do you call it when peer pressured?
Yeah.
You know, so all my homies would be smoking, and I'd be like, I don't need to do all that. So, but then once I graduated high school, I started going to more parties and hood parties, and then one day, I started smoking when I was 21. Like I had a rap show. They didn't let us in. I think Erica, you were there. That night where her and her homegirls was trying to go to the show with us. No, all of us were all underage, so they didn't let us into the show. Dang. So I was mad, but we still had a fun night. So I remember that night I was like, pass me the blunt, fuck it. On my own decision, I hit the blunt, and then from there, but I started doing all that late, so it's all good. It wasn't influenced by him,
Yeah.
No, I was drinking.
Yeah,
she was just a badass kid.
She was drinking when she was 21.
Right.
Yeah. Right. In case anybody's watching this.
And if she did it prior, it was on her own.
Yeah, in case Ice or anybody's watching this.
Or her little Pachuca friends.
Yeah, she was drinking when she was 21. Legal of age.
This motherfucker is stupid ass. Oh, hell
dude, no, but seriously, seriously, out of any party I've ever been to, that party, dude, man.
And then since then, I started throwing parties, so now y'all know where I learned from.
And you know what's crazy? I actually after the party ended, I actually got into a fight after the party because we're just a bunch of drunk ass fools,
cholos.
Yeah, a bunch of drunk ass, yeah. So we're just like, hey, what like, hey.
I don't have a shot, but cheers. Cheers to the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
We killed that bottle already?
Well, y'all killed it. I'm just
kidding.
We killed it.
Cheers to the 90s, man, for sure.
Cheers to the 90s.
The 90s.
I was born in the 80s, but I'm a 90s baby.
I'm a 90 original.
I don't remember nothing from the 80s.
1990.
She was born exactly 90.
Didn't I pass out on this fucking tattoo? I was like, fool, I'm about to...
Damn, for real. She was tripping. But the one on her neck, she was just laughing. She was like,
the brown bag rose.
Hey, tight. I'll be forgetting you have that tattoo.
Yeah, I have hella.
I'll get back to it soon, though. A lot of people just hit me up. Even this weekend, people was like, hey, bro, when you getting back to tattooing? I'm going to get back to it. I promise y'all, I ain't tapped out. It's just I've been so busy with everything, trying to drop this project. On my spare time, I'm in the studio, and I barely have spare time.
Someone's trying to get Erica tatted on them.
Oh, that's tight.
It's tight. Gucci. When I get started, we'll put them on. But is Erica gonna get somebody tatted on them?
There's somewhere alcohol.
Oh, we right now.
That's what's up. We'll take a shot for that.
We gotta get the other bottle. Well, after we finish recording this, we gotta get the other bottle. We left it in there.
It's kind of hot in here. Y'all see the sweat. Sorry, y'all.
I'm all glossy. I look like a chicken strip.
Yeah, but man, we definitely appreciate you guys. Tuning in to every episode.
Oh,
man.
that is not the end of the episode, is it?
No.
I was about to say, what the fuck? I know we got some more topics.
Yeah, no. If you guys have any more topics, we can mention them.
Go ahead.
But hold on. Since my siblings brought up that my 18th year party, dude, I'm gonna look up some more stuff. So we can make a whole episode on that party, man.
You know what? I'm down.
That part, dude, I swear, like, dude, that party was solely like
it was.
That's
like,
why he remembered. Okay.
No, seriously, like him mentioning that party today.
Hey, you know what? I think I know about who's.
All of them.
Yeah, it was all of them. It was all of them. No.
You know what? You're
shit.
Yeah, dude, it's crazy. Look, okay. So
that's where I got my playerism from. You feel me?
See, look. So side note, right? Oh shit. So side note, right? So back then we had like actual camcorders like this, right? Yeah. So you hold like this. So we took a video of that.
I was walking around with it.
Yeah, she was walking around with it. I took some with it, whatever. Right? So like 2 weeks later, we're watching in the living room. So right. So we're not gonna say no names, but a lot of the pieces there were wearing dresses, right? So then, somebody that we know, which is, somebody that we know, right? She's a relative. She's one, she's our tia, whatever.
Yeah, he can edit it.
Yeah, she's our tia. So she's watching it with us. She's sober. She don't even drink. She's watching it, and she's like, keep in mind, our mom's there watching it too, right? So, but our mom was there at the party. Like ready to slap me, ready to backhand the fuck out of me, right? So this our tia was like, oh, la muchacha trae vestido, and then my mom was like, oh, sí, and then she was like, oh, parece, yeah, I'm gonna leave it to me to continue right there, but yeah.
Nothing.
So it got so crazy to where our tia, she's watching it, she's over here fucking presionándose like,
ay, Dios mío.
Oh, fuck, voy a la pinche iglesia el domingo y todo, so like, it was crazy.
I need to repent.
Yeah, it was crazy. All that just because the young brujo was turning 18, man. Dude, it was crazy.
Imagine.
So
imagine.
We're not gonna say no names. We can't say no names because, but
hey, to this day, do you still talk to anybody that was at that party?
Nah, nobody.
Nobody.
Nah. That's what I'm saying. That's what we can't say no names.
And you know what's crazy? I almost named one of my daughters after the girl that was teaching me all these dances.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know you talking. Yeah.
Yes.
Because hey, honestly.
Does your name start with an R?
Yes. Yeah.
I know.
But we're not gonna say it out here.
No, we're not.
But yeah, her.
Robert. No, I'm playing this. I'm just with you.
I'm so grateful for her because she made my fucking teenage years.
I bet she did. Yeah. I'm just kidding.
No, but all right, guys. We love you guys. We appreciate you guys.
Thank you for watching.
Like I said, we gotta go. We gotta make a whole episode of my 18th birthday party.
Down.
Cause man,
we also gotta do a half of that. Remember that kickback we had where you got in a fight on the
kickback I had
on the street.
We'll talk about it.
At your BD's house.
Yeah, we gotta talk about that. So we'll do like a flash of
she was pregnant and then hella fools from my hood ran and shit.
So we'll do half and half.
Hold on, real quick. I got a show. I have a show. So the same spot where I threw my birthday show, it's off of Manzanita Avenue. Yeah, hey, it's crazy. I haven't posted shit, and then a lot of people. It's July 19th. A lot of people were DM me and messaged me personally, Happy Father's Day, and I felt I'm very thankful for that because it's like. They woke up thinking about me at that, so it's just like, I really appreciate everybody that reached out. But yeah, July 19th, I'm opening up for a rapper called Swift Homicide. I don't know if y'all heard about him recently. He's been going viral because he's horrorcore rap, kind of like Brother Lynch Hung and all them fools like that. And he raps all his videos. He has a machete and he has a jumpsuit kind of like yours, but his is blue. So he has a blue jumpsuit and he has a machete every video. Shit. So he's been going viral kind of all that. And he's signed to Thizzler. He's an artist off of Thizzler. So I'm opening up for him July 19th at the same spot I did my show at Manzanita. There's other artists such as Lil Six, Mr. Lewis and them are Mr. G, Gotta Go Hard. We're all opening up for him, Lil Nook. So mark y'all calendars. If y'all follow me, y'all will see me post the official flyer real soon. I'm making the official flyer. There's already a flyer running around, but they they hit me up to do like the official one, the one polished up and all that shit. So I've been kind of lagging. I was supposed to do it last week. It will drop this week coming up, but we need y'all support. It's gonna be a dope ass show. My last birthday show, Drew, I didn't even know Drew Down had pulled up. I don't know if y'all know who Drew Down is, but he's a very known Bay Area artist. He has my favorite verse from him on one of the Jacka art is the Jacka. He has a song called President's Face. He's on there. That's one of my Jacka favorite songs. So the fact that Drew Down's on there, I'm a big fan of him for that.
That's dope.
I'm trying to remember the name of his song that's on the radio. I forgot the name, but it goes like dun, dun. It has like a Mexican song sample.
He's like Pip of the Year.
Yes, that one. Yeah. Drew Down, he was at my birthday show.
Yeah.
So, and then I'm mad because I seen clips of people performing. My boy Young was performing, and he was in the crowd on his set. I was like, "What the hell?"
He's old school,
Yeah, he's
That's
old
dope.
school, So Drew Down was there. So it's a lot. There's supposed to be C. Lee from Thizzler supposed to show up to the show. Maybe Unk from Mr. Fab's Dope Era and all that's supposed to come to the show. So yeah, man, mark your calendars. July 19th. We finna be up there lit. Shout out YNG4L. He has a show at the I think it's next week. The car show. Devotion car show. Yeah, he's performing at the Devotion car show. I got tickets, so DM me if y'all want tickets. Okay, $20. You feel me? Clock in.
Yeah. For sure, man. For sure.
Buy some candles.
Buy some candles.
For sure,
and
buy some candles.
Ice.
Yeah.
Fuck ice.
Fuck
Fuck Trump. F ice.
All of us.
That's why we're drinking our tequila kind of warm because we're F ice.
We don't need ice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I know. I was drinking some water earlier. It was dull, and I seen the little ice thing, and I was gonna put some in there, but I was like,
we don't need it.
Ice. Nigga, so I threw that shit in the trash.
That's why I brought the fan.
There you go.
We need the fan. As long as we got the fans.
No air conditioner because that's ice too. Nah.
Pun intended. As long as we got the fans, we good.
Okay.
Right? F ice.
F ice.
All right, guys. Thank you so much. Make sure you guys subscribe. Comment. Love, peace, and what?
Love, peace, and chicken grease.
Hey.
Deuces. Ow.